the new marketing for your small business podcast. Delivering the latest opportunities in marketing to help your small business grow and prosper in a digital world.
Hello, and welcome to the new marketing for your small business podcast. I'm your host, Luke Porter, the founder of Moving Tree Media, and today's episode is going to be a little bit different than usual. I'm kind of feeling like going on a little rant, so I'm hoping you'll join me for the ride. What I want to talk about is every single day I talk to at least 3 business owners. I do a lot of networking, I have leads coming in from ads, I have contact forms being filled out, and what I hear over and over and over again is these business owners don't want to take that jump into doing vertical video. And there's a bunch of reasons for it, and today I just want to go through those reasons and address each one of them. I think this could be really helpful for people. But I want to start with, why vertical video? Why is it important? Well, let's go back real quick to 2019 when TikTok really took off. TikTok was based on what you are interested in and not who you're following. So the stuff that would show up on your For You page was all stuff that your phone heard that you like. We all know our phones are spying on us all the time. And all of the other platforms since then have copied TikTok. So now Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, they're all showing you stuff based on what you are interested in, not so much on who you follow. So why is that important? Because anybody can have a video that just skyrockets and gets millions of views out of nowhere. The second Facebook reel that I ever created got 3 million views. So you don't have to have this big following. You just have to start making content. And that's where I see so many business owners get stuck. So one of the excuses I hear the most often is people don't like seeing themselves on video. Guess what? Most people don't like seeing themselves on video. I don't like seeing myself on video. But I do this because I like helping people and it benefits my business. So you have to find a way to get yourself into that mindset that you're never going to look perfect on video. And you're probably always going to not like the way you look on video. But you're doing this to grow your brand, to help your business. You're doing this for your why, your family, whatever your reason is, get yourself in front of the camera. And I know part of the concern is there's a lot of horrible people out there that will leave nasty comments on videos, telling people they look ugly or making fun of them. Well, guess what? You are the content creator. You're the one posting the videos. You can delete those comments. You can block those people so they'll never comment on your stuff again. You are in control of that, so don't let those people dictate what you do with your business. The next thing I see so many business owners get caught up on is the gear. They feel like they need this big professional setup with an expensive camera and microphones and lights and this whole studio setup just to make videos. You don't need that. All you need is your phone, maybe a tripod that holds your phone in either vertical or horizontal orientation, and has a ring light to get a little bit of light on your face. I've got a ring light here pointed at me right now. But natural light is good too. And those are like $30 on Amazon, so it's not breaking the bank. Any phone made in the last 6 years is going to have great video and audio, and that's all you need. Don't let that hold you back. And to go along with that point, I hear people say, well, I don't know how to edit videos. You don't need to make it a Netflix production. It doesn't have to be this big, flashy, scripted thing. Just hold your phone out and talk to the camera. Talk to your audience. Tell stories. Tell interesting facts about your business. That's what people want to see, especially nowadays. If you were subscribed to my email newsletter, I shared a statistic last week that 75% of all content created on the internet right now, every single day, is AI generated. 75%. And that number is only going to go up as time goes on. So people are craving that authentic content, that it's not AI, it's a real person there talking to them through their phone screen or through their computer screen. And you can be that person for them because video is the best way to build trust before you meet someone. When you put yourself out there on video for your brand or your business, it gives people a feel for your personality, your quirks, what you're passionate about. It makes that connection before you ever meet face to face, if you ever even do meet face to face. And that connection is so important, and I don't feel like that's something that AI can generate. And speaking of editing, every single one of these video apps has built-in tools that are so easy to use, and there's a million short tutorials out there. But every one of them, you can record your video in multiple chunks, put them all together. You can cut off the beginning and end of the video when you're reaching for that record button. And if you want to get a little bit flashy with it, zoom in, zoom out, throw some B-roll on there. These apps make it incredibly easy to use. So don't let that hold you back. You don't need some certificate from an online video editing course. And then people get caught up because they don't know what to say in the video. So they write out this long script and they'll even tape it up next to their phone and they'll be reading this script and you can tell they're reading off a script. Those videos don't do well. People don't like that. They want you to speak from the heart. They want authenticity. If there are 5 bullet points that you have to hit, you could do each of those as a separate video and edit them together, again, very easily with these apps. But don't tape those 5 bullet points next to your phone and be glancing at them over and over again. People will notice and they will swipe to the next video. So if you need, take a breather, glance at your notes, go back to the camera, record another take. And remember, don't make a sales presentation. Don't try to sell them on something. People will just swipe past your videos. People come to these different social media platforms for 3 things. Number 1 is to be entertained, and that's the hardest one to do. Not all of us are great entertainers. Number 2 is to be educated. They want to learn something new. They want to learn an interesting fact. Number 3 is to be inspired. Inspire them not just to take action, but with a great story. We're all storytellers at heart. So if you can do one of those 3 things, your content has a lot better chance of being successful. Then people tell me, well, I don't know what platforms to even put the video on. Make the same video, by the way, vertical, short, vertical video, less than 90 seconds. Make the same video and put it on all of them. Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and even LinkedIn. Short videos on LinkedIn do very well right now. The algorithm is starving for short video content, so those get additional reach. And just as a quick example, for some of my clients, I have made the same video in horizontal landscape format and in portrait vertical format. Which one do you think did better? The portrait one, every single time by a factor of 10 or more. The algorithms want vertical content. So if you want your content to be seen by the most people, give the algorithms what they want. And speaking of algorithms, another thing I hear from business owners is they don't want to have to keep up with all of the changes that are happening all the time with the algorithms. And yes, they change every couple weeks, and it's my job as a professional to stay on top of that for my clients. But don't let that stop you from making content. Just because, one certain week a carousel style post will outperform a text-based post, or a certain character count on LinkedIn will change and suddenly a shorter post is better. Don't worry about that. Get your camera out in front of your face, tell stories, tell interesting facts. The videos will do well regardless of these minor algorithm changes. Start making content and don't get hung up on this stuff. And then later on down the road, you can put in the hours of research it takes to stay up on the latest changes or have a professional do it. But the most important thing right now is putting in the reps, getting those videos out there. So you might ask, how often should I post? Once a week. Once a week is a good starting number. Twice a week if you can. But make it fit into your life comfortably. Make it something you can commit to. Do it in your office. I'm here in my office right now. This works great. Get outside, take a walk. Most phones have great stabilizers where you can slowly walk while you're talking. You got some trees moving behind you. That little bit of movement can sometimes help a video do better. Change up your setting. Make sure you're actually talking to the camera on your phone and not the screen where your face is. These are all little things that can make a difference. But again, don't let any one thing stop you from making content. And that brings me to my next big point. Don't get discouraged. I see other business owners, they make 2 videos and they don't get any reach. And they're like, well, video doesn't work for me. I'm done. That's not how it works. You make 20, 30, 40 videos. And one of them, the algorithm is going to grab on one of the platforms and it's just going to skyrocket and you're going to get 100,000 views out of nowhere. And you're like, whoa, how did that happen? It's because you put in the reps. It's because you never know what each algorithm is going to do. For example, I've had a video on TikTok get tens of thousands of views. Over on YouTube, it'll maybe get 500. The very next video, the one on YouTube will get 10,000 views and that same exact video on TikTok will get only 500. These algorithms are driven by AI, and to a certain extent, they can be unpredictable. Over on LinkedIn, for one of my estate planning clients, almost like clockwork, once a year, one of his posts, the algorithm will give it 250,000 views or more. And it's not a special post per se. It's a post like any of the other stuff he's posted that year. But instead of getting 5,000 views, that one will get 250,000, and he'll get new business from it just because he put in the reps. So I recommend pick a number of videos you're going to do and do that many videos regardless of what your views are. Try 25 videos. Say, I'm going to do 25 videos. And if I get no results after 25 videos, then I'll hang up my hat. But don't judge yourself after 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 or 12 videos. That's just not how the algorithms work. And the final thing I hear from business owners that stops them from doing video is they say, my business just isn't interesting enough for video. And I say that's bullcrap. Any business can do well on video because it all breaks down to stories in the end. A case study of how you helped a client. 5 things people didn't know about your industry. A really interesting statistic that you just found. Or make videos about things that aren't directly related to your products or services, but it's close enough where it makes you look like the expert. For example, I tell real estate agents, don't make every video either a market update or your latest listing or sale. Yes, those things are important, but if that's all that you're posting, that's pretty boring. Instead, be the expert of your community. If you are in Bloomington, Minnesota, be the expert of Bloomington, Minnesota. Make videos about where's the best spot to get your oil changed. What sushi restaurant do you like? What parks are great for families? Where do you like to go for a walk? Where do you get dessert at? Those are the kind of videos that show you're an expert of your community, which is related to real estate. So think about that when you're coming up with ideas for your videos. And if you need help coming up with ideas, go to ChatGPT, go to Google Gemini, go to all of these different AI tools. They are amazing brainstorming tools. They will come up with a list of ideas so big it'll make your head spin. But don't have them script a video for you and then memorize that script and just take your phone out and regurgitate this carefully memorized script. Again, that is not what people want. Use the AI tools as a helpful guide, not to be your voice. Be your own voice. And also, my email newsletter. Every single month, I give you 5 new ideas for videos for your business. So head to movingtreemedia.com, scroll down the page a little bit, there's a newsletter sign-up box. I hope this video motivates you to start making short-form videos for your business. I hope this is enough of a push for you to get going. But if you have more questions about the process, about the apps, about the algorithms, hit me up. Shoot me a message on any of the platforms that I'm on. Send me an email. I'm at luke@movingtreemedia.com, and I will get back to you with an answer or to help point you in the right direction. I hope this podcast was helpful for you. Please leave a review if it was. Forward it on to a friend who could use this push. This has been the New Marketing for Your Small Business podcast, and I'll see you next time.